And right, so as I said, in about just over 3 hours' time, these skins, so that being the Blackout Python, the Redemption LR300, the Satchel Charge from Hell, and the JPEG Edge Door, these four skins will become marketable. They are abnormal. So we need to start considering what prices might we want to offer for them. So let's just roll into it. Blackout Python. It's not selling as much as I was anticipating. I'm quite surprised by this. Do you remember the El Diablo Python? It was a completely new independent skin, as in it doesn't have a collection and whatnot. If we go by newest, yeah, that sold just under 18,000. This has barely hit 18,000 now. So do you understand my surprise to see that this hasn't sold that much, even though it's a special Blackout Python in regards to it's got its aim sights cut off. It's part of the Blackout collection. So yeah, it's kind of underperforming in terms of sales, which has kind of taken me a bit by surprise. But whoa, get a good look at all of these prices. Blackout Poncho is getting ever so closer to going above its Rust Door price. Blackout SAR is steaming on ahead. It's now above $4. This was all expected. We knew this was going to happen. Prices are getting better. With this, right, 18,000 sales. We're definitely going to surpass the custom SMG, but the MP5 still did better. So, what prices would I want to sit here and say? Honestly, I think this is going to be exactly like the MP5. It's just going to be instantly in the green, instantly in the positive, instantly as a profit. So, yes, Blackout MP5 sold for $2.49, literally in the middle of November. So that was about 3 weeks ago. Now it's already up almost by 50% in value, which is, a profit. Nice. And we're not even in the best times. In about 3 weeks' time, we're going to be in post-Christmas time. Everything you see here will be even higher up in price. So, Blackout Python, you are part of a collection that is very in demand, beloved, wanted, desired, used a lot. I do think this is going to be something you're going to do a quite high buy order on. So let's consider this. $1.50 to $2.20. If you can do two buy orders, $1.50 and $2.20. If you just want to do a single buy order, go for around $2. That Blackout Python, that's going to be the go-to Python for a long time in terms of skin. So if you're going to be using the Python, you're going to be wanting to use the Blackout Python. Its helpfulness in regards to the colourful aim sight, the stripped away panels, Blackout collection, so it's got a reliable standing and it's never really going to go down in price that much. That right there is ow. That right there is definitely going to be holding up its price. I really do feel confident in it. Now, will it be instantly above its price and whatnot and doing good? I'm not 100% sure. I'm still unsure if I want to do an actual purchase of it. So what I'd rather do is do the buy orders first, and then tomorrow I'll make a consideration. But with what we see right there, sorry, words, come on. I'm probably going to go all the way up to about $2.20. And if I do actually want to buy it, I might just stick with that high buy order. I feel very confident with this Blackout Python. Like with everything, with all the context there, and with Blackout collection already steaming on ahead with its, just look at it. Do you remember when Blackout SAR was -30 and in the red? Now it's +70. Literally a month ago, literally 4 weeks ago, this was like -30. Now it's +70. Perfect. Wonderful. Actually, how many of them on the Steam market? Has it been bought out? There's only 28 of them on the Steam market. And yeah, look at that. So yeah, life's pretty good with the Blackout collection at the moment. So with that, that's looking very nice. Now let's move on to the Redemption LR300. Did we see an improved amount of usage for the LR300s in-game? Did the burst module really change that much? Gentlemen, I'm not really seeing the signs. I don't think this is going to be holding its value. I am not confident with this LR300. It's a $2.99 skin, but yeah, it's not like we haven't had one of those before. Yeah, JPEG LR, for example, $1.50. Dragon Rage LR, $1.62. So, yeah, cool looking gun. I respect it a lot. But I just don't think it's going to be holding its Rust Door price. It's very likely going to go down to around $1.50. Much like with all of these, when you get a good look at all of them, pretty much all of them halved in value. Down 56, down 53, down 64, down 60, down 53, down 56, down 46, down 42, down 51, down 47, down 50. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting. I might just do a $1 buy order and a $1.50 buy order. Cool looking gun, but yeah, it's very 50-50. I'm very unsure with it. Will we see it do rather well as we enter January? Probably, yeah. I think it will be doing very nicely, as would everything else. But yeah, it doesn't look like that burst module thing changed much in terms of its usage. The gun demand seems to be the same. Therefore, the demand to use the skins is still the same. Therefore, prices are, well, still the same. So, simple as that. Yeah, I'm probably not going to prioritise doing a buy order in this. I'd probably do Blackout Python first. I think I'm going to do the Satchel Charge second. So I'm still very unsure of this one as well. It's awkward. But yes, the From Hell collection is starting to rise up in price. Things are starting to improve with the likes of this Armored Door from Hell. Maybe because of the Armored Door buff. Maybe. But there is that worrying situation where I'm looking at it thinking, right, so some of these skins didn't do as good as the others. And then you've also got the issue in regards to, do people even care about skinning their satchel charges? And it does look like no. Looks like people don't care enough in regards to that. Satchel charges do get used. It's just, what's the point in putting on a skin, putting a skin on something that you're literally going to blow up and it's going to disappear about 10 seconds later? Do you get what I mean? It's awkward. So, hey, if you're going to have at least one skin, why not have the very cool glow-in-the-dark From Hell collection skin, you know? Maybe. I wonder if MDE turns around and makes a Blackout satchel charge or something. Imagine if he started doing things like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, with this, I don't know. I might just do $1 to $1.50, to be honest. I'm curious enough where I'm like, you know what? I think there's going to be more interested in this than there's going to be interested in this. I do get that feeling. Because LR300s they just don't seem to have budged that much in terms of usage. It's awkward. It is awkward. So yeah, I'm going to focus the Blackout Python, and then the Satchel Charge, and then the Redemption LR300, and then lastly we have this Garage Door. So, JPEG collection, how are you doing at the moment? So that sheet metal door right here is still in the positive, which is quite a surprise. But when you look at how the buy orders still are, so I don't have my currency exchange on here at the moment, but you can still see the difference. This is still half, or around half compared to this. It's literally a case of everybody that owns one of these is not selling them below a certain amount, which is fine, you know, that's clever, that's good. But, like, the only actual sales still seem to only be to the highest buy orders. It's a bit awkward. So, yeah, this is to the highest buy order. This is an actual sale from over here. So, yeah, it only started to sell some of them on this side literally in the past week. Literally when we started to see this Garage Door. Now, I have not seen any more JPEG deployables this week. Rather, I've seen the JPEG hoodie and pants. That is something I've been waiting for a very long time. Now, if we did see this being accepted, would the deployables change that much? Maybe. So what I have seen before, especially with the likes of Skullkiller weapons came out before the Skullkiller clothing and armour, right? And, well, what we saw is when the clothing and armour started rolling out, the weapons actually did go up in price. We've seen that with Skullkiller. I saw the Skullkiller AK go above its restore price. I actually saw it happen. I'm not lying. It wasn't a mirage. It wasn't my head. No, I actually saw it happen. So, if we do start seeing the likes of this being accepted, we might see all of this go up in price. Of course, we'll see the kilt go up in price. Oh, yes. But, yeah, if that potentially does get accepted, that might cause these two to potentially even go up in price. There's no guarantees. There's potential in it potentially happening. So, yeah. It's not something you can rely upon, though. So that's a $2.99 skin right there. And, well, it's not super flashy. It's literally just, you know, cel-shaded gimmick for the Garage Door. Okay, you know, that's fine. Maybe some people do like this. But in terms of sales, it's just not showing it at the moment. And then when you get a good look at all of the recent ones in comparison, Tempered garage door. Yeah, that's another situation where no one's selling it below $7 and the buy orders are actually catching up with it. So it's not something to talk about now, but yeah. Atomic garage door was in demand. It's now going above its Rust door price. Very nice. So yeah, some of these garage doors are starting to creep back up into the positive again. Some of them, which really aren't close to that, are suffering still by quite a lot. Take, for example, Ghostly Flame garage door. Doesn't seem to have budged. Now, you might sit there and say, oh, what about Bombshell? Bombshell, like 90% of the Bombshell listings are actually above its Rust door price, but next to nobody is aware of that because you need extensions to see it. So I actually do think this will be going above its Rust door price. But let's focus this. Hasn't sold as much compared to all the previous ones. That's very noticeable. In fact, this looks like it's barely going to even sell 10,000. This could also potentially mean that with not as many bought, means there's a lot less that were bought in excess. So we might see the exact same situation with the sheet metal door, where we notice that next to nobody is selling these below a certain amount, aka below $2.49. So eventually it just sticks above that price, and it's going to just eventually stay around $2.50. But in terms of a profit, well, hang on a minute. What about that? Like, well, if you didn't buy it, then you wouldn't be a problem. Like, okay, so if you did do a $1 buy order or $1.50 buy order on this, and you did buy some, well, if you sold them now, you would make like a dollar profit. That's good. But if you bought these for $2.49 and actually bought them and sold now, you'd probably just about make evens. So buy orders definitely were the better option in regards to that. So this, the price I want to do for this, I'm sitting here thinking, you know what, with that JPEG garage door, and the context that we have potentially in regards to this and the behaviour of this, I'm going to sit here and say I probably will just stick with a $1 and a $1.50 buy order. If you want to push it a bit more, maybe go up to $1.80. But I am a bit cautious. But with the lack of sales and the added context, maybe a $1.80 buy order could be pretty good. But if you just want to do one single buy order, around $1.50 should be totally fine. That is my answer. That is what I think. So, did everybody write that down? Because we've got a long time to wait still. Don't worry, we'll do a whole bunch of giveaways and whatnot to fill up the time. But yeah, this, you'll do $1.50 to maybe $2.20. It's looking super safe. With this, I'm only going to do $1 to $1.50. LR300s don't seem to have changed that much. With this, I'm cautious. I'm unsure. I'm going to do $1 and $1.50. And with this, $1 and $1.50. But I kind of feel more optimistic with this in terms of looking at all of that context. I might consider doing this for my second buy order. I'll have to think on it over the course of the next 2 hours, 2 hours plus. So yeah, that is the me figuring out the prices of what I want to do. Now you, my chat right there, who've been talking over there, what are you considering? Are you going to focus certain skins? Are you going to be putting maybe a higher price? Are you going to be more aggressive? Do you really want to buy Blackout Pythons, but you don't want to buy them for $2.49, and you're going to turn around and request to buy them as a buy order at $2.40 or something? You could do that. It's up to you. But yeah, so abnormals, we just got to wait. I hope that was understandable. Learn from the context. We know good things are about to happen. As we get closer to January time, all of these skins should be going up. And we mainly base that on the Rust player count. Now, I don't know why I've typed in the Rust player count, but yeah. This, you can see here, we're not doing too good at the moment. We've only got 80,000, but then again, it's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We did have a peak player amount this past weekend at 137,000, which is good. But from what we've seen in the past, as we have with December, after December, we see a bigger jump up in price. And throughout January and February, we see a lot more people playing. And then it starts to cool off after February. If you want to take a look at 2020. So, 97... Well, then again, this was offline TV era, so... there was definitely a climb up after that. You've also got to consider quite a lot of people buy Rust during the winter sale. And they have a lot of time to play it because of the Christmas time. So, that is that. That is everything there. Now let's skip ahead to later on. Right, people, we just did a whole bunch of giveaways and whatnot. Thank you for everybody that turned up. Say hello right now. If you could just say hello, that's all good. So we're about to do our buy orders. And yep. I got everything in order. Blackout Python satchel charger. And we got 20 seconds to go. So of course I can just quickly double check and see if all my money's looking pretty good. It does. Life is good. Refresh this, refresh this, refresh this, refresh this. And well, 10 seconds ago. I did it a bit too quickly. So we went over the prices earlier. Waited a long time, didn't we? But here we are. It is now midnight now. Come on, Python. That was quick. Oh my god. Right, well, that, okay. Okay, I think I've sealed the deal and getting an extra decent buy order down. What was it? 1.32? Okay, yeah. I said $1.50. I'm committing. Oh, come on. Where are ya? Come on. Redemption LR. I definitely spelt it correct. I mean, I literally got it from here. I literally got the link right from there. Okay. So yeah, we know how this can be sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer for some certain skins to become available, or, well, for someone to actually list it. Not everybody is fully aware of all of that, are they? So, come on, you can do it. It's not happening. Should we just skip ahead? It's been 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right, so we'll just skip ahead and then we'll talk about the build support afterwards. So, right, hello there. So that took 20 minutes for the garage door to finally appear. It took forever. We were waiting and waiting and waiting. Yep, but now we're here. So, okay, so Blackout Python, over 2,000 requests to buy. Yeah, I think a lot of people want it. Yeah, as expected. So this is something I'm curious about. Why? Over 1,000 requests to buy it? $1.15? A bit low, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Is this someone just trying to inflate the number of requests to make it seem more in demand, or is this what, like a third-party bot trying to get the fastest buy order down to be the one that gets them all the cheap ones? I don't know. We can sit here and be conspiracy theorists all we want, but what I do like, what I see here is the fact that we've got a bulk of buy orders all the way into $1.50 and way into above $2. It's looking very strong. It's looking very nice. Tomorrow, I think it's looking to be a perfectly fine thing to consider buying Blackout Pythons. If you had to buy something, Blackout Pythons 100%. Look at it. Look at the buy order support. You could go to the Rust store right now, and you could buy these for $2.49. That right there, that buy order is going all the way up to $2.37. So, yeah, if you really, really want to, you could go and do $2.40 and buy them for 9 cents cheaper. Just put the buy order down. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, that's all good. That's all good. That's looking perfectly fine. But now we want to talk about all the other skins. Now we got the Satchel Charge from Hell. This has over 1,000 requests to buy as well. Where did you come from? Who is this? Who is this that's going to every single thing and requesting tons of them? Anyway, basically, the bulk of the buy orders, I'm seeing a lot around 66 cents there, and then you got a decent batch around here at around $1. You got that 900 one there, you got the 194 at $1.15, and then you got a decent batch over here at $1.62. That $1.62 is me. That $1.62 is me, and seeing that, I might lower it down to $1.50. For a call last week, I am well aware other people most likely won't want to hold up their buy orders if they're getting a ton of them being dropped onto them. And knowing that, I could probably slip down and maybe offer around $1.40 or $1.50. Buy them 12 cents cheaper. It's all right, works out all right. That's just strategically thinking. But yeah, this is a $2.49 skin, and the buy orders are only going up to $1.60. So, yeah, that's basically that. That's not looking too good at the moment, is it? But maybe we will see some more tomorrow. Maybe. So it's something to be aware of right now. At the moment, this only has buy orders going up to $1.62. However, it's got over 1,000 requests to buy. However, are they fully legit? Are some of them fake? We'll have to see. Then we got the Redemption LR, and well, that's only got 600 requests to buy almost. And the bulk of the buy orders, well, yeah, it's mostly $1. It's pretty much $1. People don't have a lot of faith in LR 300 skins, and it shows. So yeah, it might be $2.99 at the moment, but on the Steam market, probably not. And then we got the JPEG Garage Door. So this took 20 minutes to finally appear on the market. I don't think many people bought these. It doesn't have the highest of demand, but that also could mean with not as many sales, we have a better sense of clarity in terms of, right, well, that most likely means there's a lot less purchases in excess. There's going to be a lot less of these appearing on the Steam market over the course of the next week or two, which then could potentially follow the pattern of what happened to the sheet metal door, where hardly anyone's actually selling their skin below $3, and the buy orders just don't really match up with it. But yet still, quite a lot of them are selling for a fairly decent price. It's awkward, it's weird, but would we see that with this? I don't know. I honestly don't know. So yeah, $2.49. No, it was $2.99 for this, wasn't it? Well, we can just quickly go remind ourselves. What? $2.99. Yeah, and the highest buy orders only going up to $1.80. And then again, the bulk of the buy orders is around $1. And then you've got a batch here at just around $1.66. I mean, that's me. That $1.66 is me. So, yeah. Maybe I want to remove that buy order and relist it again. Strategically thinking, I could probably go lower than $1.30. Will these two people even want to hold up the price if it starts to go lower and lower and lower? Probably not. Probably not. But we are about to enter the good times. Towards the end of this month, as we enter January, all of these skin prices should be going up. So, fun times ahead, maybe. Could be. But, And now I refresh SCMM, and now it start tracking the prices here. You'll see some of them in the green because, well, the only listings we have are not many, and they're all being put down at a very high price. So tomorrow, we need to consider if we actually want to buy some. In my position, I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it and just continue selling like I am. All of my Christmas skins and whatnot. So yeah, that was Abnormals this week. One of them took 20 minutes, so yeah, that can happen sometimes. So with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Will we see some interesting skins being dropped? Will we start seeing some early cold-themed, Christmas-themed skins being dropped, maybe? Or, will we see some extra late or very, very old submissions randomly appearing? That's a good possibility. Could we see Frosty? I wouldn't cross my fingers for that. But, it's going to be interesting. There wasn't supposed to be any submissions this week, but of course some of them still went through. So is it just going to be mostly typical and old picks, or are we actually going to see some early picks this week? Let's go. Let's find out.